Two awesome pluggable docking stations that has changed the way I work on my M1 Mac Mini as well as my M1 MacBook right here, because the M1 MacBooks have a limitation on HDMI outputs, and these two pluggable docking stations solves that problem. Now these two are also very different too. They're different in one big deal, and that this one is the UD-6950Z model right here, and this is the more premium model because you have two display outputs, but if you look carefully, your display 1 can be chosen as HDMI or DisplayPort, and HDMI number 2 or output number 2 can be HDMI or DisplayPort. You don't need any adapters, you just plug them right in. You are limited to two display total, but the cool thing is each display can go up to 4K 60 Hz. That is really good. That is not something you find in any other dock or many other docks. Very special feature. If you need 4K display, this is probably the best dock to do that. However, this one, there's a more budget-friendly version, the UD-3900C, which does similar solution, but you see it has two HDMI output right here, and it works fine for the M1 Mac Mini as well as the M1 MacBook, and giving me two HDMI outputs. But notice it's only HDMI, so if I want a DisplayPort, I have to get an adapter. I can't just go ahead and plug my DisplayPort directly into it. Most people have HDMI, so it doesn't really matter, but this one, the resolution is limited. You're limited to 1080p on each of these. Over here, you have the 4K outputs, so the UD-6950Z docking station has 4K dual outputs, and the UD-3900C has dual HDMI output, but these are only 1080p. So these are awesome pluggable docking station that will make things very easy for any computer users that have multiple monitors, especially if you're limited by the M1 chipset as well as the M2 chipset, because unless you have the M2 Pro or M2 Max or M2 Ultra, all the M1s and all the M2s have the limitation of display outputs, and these pluggable docking station, they solve that problem right here.